So that's our pitch, basically. So this is the Beehive project we'd like to present to you this morning. And we'd like to begin by stating a question. Why should you go to the library at all? So historically, one of the answer was getting access to content, obviously. Because libraries are and were the places where the books and then hence the knowledge is. Nowadays, everything is getting digitalized, networked. You can access content is just one screen away. As Andrea told us yesterday, not only desktop screen but mobile screen. So it seems like, after all, accessing the content is more or less getting solved as a problem. So then why go to the library if it's not for the content? And that's the question we wanted to address through our project. And one answer we found is that obviously there are books, but there are also other people in a library. And then we wanted to enhance the library experience by providing an information architecture, helping useful interaction between people to happen in library, and thus giving a real reason to shut off the laptop and go to the library.
So we were thinking about learners. Learners can learn more from other people, because in the library there are so many people having so many different knowledges about topics, and they can gather together and share this knowledge about the same topic. So our idea is to change the way of conceiving a library from the normal idea of library that is individual and static, from a social and dynamic studying experience of our idea of library. That's why we thought about beehive concept. The beehive is full of bees working hard, cooperating, and is a buzzing place. And our new library is something like that, because students are studying hard, cooperating, and even talking sometimes. So it's not a quiet library anymore. There's no silence. There's this smooth buzz in the background. So, which are the benefits of beehive? Co-learning, basically. People can create networks, can talk together, can share experiences, knowledges about the same topic. They can even exchange study materials, because if there is a table about a subject like computer science, there will be so many books about computer science over there, and maybe you will find a new creative way to find books. Maybe you have your book in mind, but you will find other books over there that may inspire you and that may be useful for you. This is how it works, actually. There will be tables, and each table will be dedicated to one subject. And this subject will change every day, every hour, according to the people who are sitting at that table. And other people find out where the subject is, thanks to a totem at the entrance of the library. And another important touch point, if we can call in this way, is the face-to-face communication in our case, because this is actually what we can do in this library. We can talk. That is really different from other libraries.
So, to go to a scenario, so like this he needs a computer science book, and so he goes to the library, and so he enters, and he sees our also interactive totem, and he starts to interact with it. So like he rewrites the query that he wants applying, so XML model. And so he will see so the tables and the shells and the current topic that are going on in the library. You fill in, and you will have suggestion on what you can find, so the category that is related to that query, and possible books that you can choose. If you push enter, you will get all the results. You will choose one, you will find this book, and you will find the shelf in which the book is, and a possible suggestion about the table is related to that subject, that topic, in this case computer science. So you find that, we'll go to take his book. You find the table that he wants, and you see other people that are working on the same subject. We'll approach, and the RFID scanning will scan his book and add to the query in the table itself. So he sits and start to read and everything. Then he will get stuck with the topic, it's hard. And so he has questions, and there is a person who is studying the same thing on the same table, so he can ask questions to them. We find out the solution to that. I'm so happy now. And we thank
So basically, we're going to use this kind of interactive totem in which you can interact in two different ways. So there is a touch screen, the very big touch screen, in which you can see the tables. So and a keyboard with a roll mouse for, we don't know, maybe people that can't stand up. And basically, when you start typing in the keyboard, you already see what you write. And then, as we saw before, the thing come up. Yeah, you got the pop-up. And then, in the this one. Yeah. Okay, came in. So then basically when you start typing, then you can already see which shelf can be possibly, okay. Start over, I'm so sorry. Then, yeah, no. Okay, stop. Then, okay, you can write whatever it is, and you can see the topic of the book that you're searching. And then the shelf, just as I said before. However, okay, then you take the book, and then you go to the table. There is a RFID tag, in which you can just put the book in there. If there is no one on the table, then the light became about the color of the topic. Then if there are like, I don't know, several people that are using, I don't know, maybe 3 people that are using computer science, and one that is for historical, then we don't care, it's a computer science table, okay? So then, yeah, that's the major point, and I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, so it's a lot about the space, the library itself. We also thought a little bit about the structure of the library, and so we moved the working spaces in the center of the library, as they're the central part, exchanging knowledge. And when you enter the library on the right, where the little gap is, you see the 2 totems. In a bigger library, there should be even more spread in the library itself, but for a small library, it's fine to have that totem space over there. There's a reception on the right, over there. And then you have basically working spaces that have a little bit this shape of for example, like a B. I think the black line should be for thin walls to avoid noise, but also to make it possible to sit closer to each other and talking without even interrupting each other. The light gray lines are like lower shelves, which is still including the books a little bit into the architecture. But if you use like thin walls in general to separate the different tables, it avoids a little bit of dedicating the table itself already to a certain topic because of its location within the library. And to include people who prefer working a little bit for themselves, this the structure also makes it possible to have like working spaces. I put them on the down left, but they could also be in more centered, which are a little bit more enclosed by walls, so there are it's it's more quiet for them. And what's next? What else is there? So far we didn't talk about digital content. We also thought about it, but focused on the physical contact as it's also about the physical space. However, the scenario for users who want to work on a digital library on their own laptop could be that they come to the library, choose on the totem only a table to their subject, and then sit down and with analyzing their search history and using the Wi-Fi to locate them, it would be able to display what they are doing on the totems as well. And as they know that other people on the table are working on the same subject, it's more focused on talking and like interacting. And yeah, what I forgot to mention also that we thought to have small table sizes, like 4 to 5 people around tables, so you can move around easily, so which makes the interaction easier.